สวัสดีค่ะ More cities are trying to make the best use out of communication technology. They try to create an intelligent society in which the environment is favorable to trade and investment. Co-founder of the Intelligent Community Forum, Jung, will tell us how to create such a society. Cities and countries take different paths on how they grow. But are there any global trends that emerge today?
Well, watching the conference here in Bangkok has been very interesting. We've been talking about creative communities, but creativity and innovation are just only one component of the overall concept of intelligent communities as we've come to know them. There are 5 key principles that we work with. One is on infrastructure, and particularly the high-speed broadband that's part of today's global broadband economies. We talk about knowledge workers. We talked a lot about talent today. How do you attract them? How do you create them? But more importantly, how do you retain them? Because talent today is being sought all over the world and is being removed from your community, removed away from families, and that's certainly a big issue today. And it's removed from the hinterland. It's all moving to big cities, and that's where everything seems to be happening. And there's a lot that's happening in these hinterland communities, but there's always a gap, and one of those gaps is the talent gap. The other issue that we look at is innovation and creativity, and how to create it, how to commercialize it, how to take advantage of it so that it's exploited for positive gain in the community, for prosperity. And we look at how everybody in the community can participate. I think that's a very important ingredient. Digital inclusion is what we refer to it as, but it can be referred to just basically as inclusion, making sure that everybody, the disenfranchised, the young, the elderly, everybody can contribute to society in one form or another. And we need to make sure that we engage everybody in the process. And finally, we look to advocacy and marketing. Advocacy from the point of view of public policy and ensuring that there's stability and moving forward by these public statements and public policies. But also, nobody's going to blow your horn unless you market effectively on your own and attract the investors, the capital, and also the talent to your communities. And every year we also change the themes. So we this year are using the theme of open innovation and platforms of innovation as a key topic. So those are the areas that we look at from an intelligent community point of view. And as I say, this creativity and innovation discussion that we've had in the last 2 days is a very small part of it, but very important, because it's not just about a slice of the creative economy. It's about the whole economy that we have to look at. And some of the things that we talk about at ICF engage that discussion.
Why is information technology so vital to the growth of a city or a country?
Well, essentially, as a cluster or sector, it's not so much a sector itself, it's really an enabling capability. So it enables all of these industry clusters to form, to generate, and to sustain themselves. I'll give you an example. A financial services cluster, the ICT aspects of it are really important in enabling it to prosper, but also to be connected globally. We make sure that information technology is part of everyday clusters. We look at how communities use them, so obviously benchmarking is very important. We see where there are success stories. We also see opportunities for sharing. These communities are looking for best practices. There are different kinds of community applications that can be used from one community to another, and sometimes people just don't know what they are or how best to make the fit. And what we do is we find ways in which we connect the dots. One of them is through having over 100 cities participate with us. And the mayors, and even presidents of countries get involved with us to help connect those dots and to be part of an overall community of interest globally.
What does it mean to become an intelligent community?
Well, first of all, just like an ISO business standard or LEED certification for a building, somehow over a decade of working on programs of evaluating cities, we've become somewhat of a de facto certification process through these awards that we give. And communities that want to be recognized as an intelligent community have to meet certain criteria. I gave you a list of some of that criteria earlier, from infrastructure to education to inclusion to marketing and so forth. They meet those criteria, and by virtue of providing us with this information, we put them through an evaluation process. That evaluation process includes recognition as what we call the top 21 smart cities. We select 21 out of hundreds of applications that we get every year. We only select 21. And out of those 21, we then select 7 of the 21. We announce it in Honolulu, Hawaii in January, and we work with those 7. And when we say we work with them, we help to identify what is the best practices, the best outcomes of their application. And we share that information globally on our website, through stories that we tell in blogs and newsletters and magazines. We share that information with educators. And we tell stories at conferences like this, pointing out cities that are of value for communities to investigate. Another example is I brought a speaker from Suwon, Korea here to tell the story about the U-City applications. Suwon would not be out there globally had it not been for us. Other cities that have benefited, like Tallinn, Estonia, most people would never have heard of Tallinn as a city that has come out from behind the Iron Curtain, but we promoted it, and they, of course, have received a lot of benefit from being exposed globally by us and by us over a course of several years.